Honor Flight, especially here in Peoria, it's a day where we get to honor our veterans that are in the local area. So these are veterans that haven't served in 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You know, Vietnam era is where we're at right now, but it's a day where, as much as we call it a day of honor, it also becomes a day of healing for some of our veterans. So a day out in DC is a nice trip. We get to go see the memorials out there for all the wars. But then when we come home and get to honor those veterans coming home and telling them welcome home, that's where that healing really sets in. We have our community that shows up every night. We have an honor flight. I know people that change their schedule around to make sure they're at the welcome home because it means that much to them. You get an opportunity to thank a hero. It's a feeling that where else can you have that opportunity? The first flight, my family and I went to the airport to welcome the veterans home, and I remember seeing the first Vietnam veterans come off, you know, sprinkled through all the World War II and Korean vets, and their face was, it was just different for them, you know, because they're getting told by a bunch of service members, you know, because that's where we were standing up front, where the service members welcome them home, and they're hearing welcome home for probably the first time. And then they go down through the terminal, down, and they're welcomed by the entire community. They didn't get that. They didn't get that welcome home, and now they're finally getting it. It's obviously later than it should have been, but it's the closest we can to righting that wrong of giving them a proper welcome home.